My birth certificate.
How could it come round?
Well, I'm here now.
And it's totally legit, yeah?
Yeah. So now you can tell Martin, can't you? Because he won't be the first one round here to miss years off his kid's life.
Look, we need to talk. Can we go somewhere private? It's about Ruby.
Ruby? That's one way to ruin a celebration.
When I was inside with Chrissy Watts, I was looking for the right time to tell you, and...
Tell me what?
And I wanted to be sure, so I talked to Phil, and Johnny heard and did some digging, but the bloke he got, Chrissy said when Ruby was inside that she'd had a baby. It's your baby. You got a son.
I've got another kid. A little boy. With Ruby.
What? Well, when did she make that up?
She told me she was pregnant when she left. I just didn't listen.
I won't believe anything that comes out of that lying cow's mouth.
Just keep running over the day that she got arrested.
She'd say anything, Martin. I mean, after everything she put us through. How'd you know that? Who told you?
Sharon. Apparently Chrissy Watts told her when she was in prison.
Oh, right, and Chrissy Watts has seen the bump, has she?
Sharon's been finding proof.
Seen the proof, have you? No. That woman lied to put me in prison. If you have got a son out there, you're going to need more than what some old con said to Sharon. Martin says you've got some proof.
Well, now you've had a bit of space,
I ain't saying that she's lying, but...
This is the birth certificate.
Where did you get that?
Roman.
You ain't even on there.
His name's Roman.
What if this is just another one of her games?
Ruby's a lot of things, but I'm not sure she was ever a cheat.
You bang on about family and how important it is.
I was waiting for...
And you hide this from me?
Yeah, if you've got that, you know where Ruby is.
Just give me her address.
It's not that simple.
Sharon, you were inside months ago. You had every chance to tell me.
You need to know, Martin.
I'll get rid of him.
Look, I have got a son out there, and if you're not going to give me her address,
Please,
I'll go out and find her
Martin,
myself.
Please.
Oi! I think you've got something of mine.
Have I got a son out there?
Well, you just said you found a birth certificate, so...
Have I?
Yes.
You always wanted a baby.
Well, unlike you, some of us don't just get to pop them out with every man we jump into bed
Right, well,
with.
you can take me to him.
Do you think I'm stupid?
Now.
I can't.
Wasn't a question.
He's got rights.
Come on, Ruby, it's his son.
I don't have custody.
Eyes just fall out down there every time you open your mouth.
In prison, I gave birth to a baby boy. And then I gave him up for adoption.
So was it because you was in prison? Did they say that you couldn't keep him?
No, they put me in a mother and baby unit.
So why? How could you just...
But when I was in there, all those people around, all that help.
So you didn't just... How long did you have him for?
He was 3 months old when I was released. I was all on my own. Couldn't even look after myself.
However bad things were between us when we broke up.
It was so hard, you know, being on your own. Single mum. And don't say to me, Stacey, because, well, she's always had all her family. Had you.
You could have had me.
You burnt all the bridges.
So you just decided to give him up?
No, I just thought he would have a better life in another home with someone else to love him.
You were so desperate, though. Like, you did the endometriosis, all the miscarriages.
Yeah, and when I had it, I couldn't do it. I failed. I was a terrible parent. You happy now?
Happy that you gave my son away.
You know what? You were terrible too. You were an awful husband. And an even worse dad. Here 1 minute, gone the next. Your kids are a mess. Martin, they always have been.
You do not get to talk about my kids.
Wherever our son is, he's better off without either of us.
I'm gonna go and find her. Get the number for that adoption agency.
What do you think? Oh, look, I mean, I know she said that she would come and find you, but Martin, something don't add up.
Nothing adds up, Stace.
No, she was shifty, like when you said you wanted to meet him.
You think she's lying?
Well, wouldn't be the first time, would it?
Well, Sharon's got her address.
Well, if you want to find her sooner, she left in a cab. One of Kat's. Well, maybe she's just come to visit a friend or a boyfriend.
Well, maybe she's ill.
Martin, if she was ill, she would be in a bed. And she ain't come here at this time of day for an appointment.
Maybe she's not here at all then, Stace. Maybe she's just asked the cabbie to drop her here.
This is stupid. She could be anywhere.
No, but please, just 5 more minutes, yeah?
Martin, I know you want answers, but please, let's just come back tomorrow. We'll get the address of Sharon.
What are you going to do? Push me off?
I am not here for a fight.
And I thought I needed a facelift.
Oh, we're going there, are we? 30 years. I've been seeing you.
And on your hen night, you must think I've got a vendetta. I always loved the fact that he was taller than me. Big, strong arms. You know, give him a fight between two punters, and he had no fear wading in. But ask him to tell the world who he really was. All he could imagine was that he'd lose everything. Friends, family. Most of all, his daughter. And not once did you ever try telling him he wouldn't.
I never told him he couldn't see her again.
Of course you didn't. You'd have brought her around 2 hours every Sunday for a roast. Back then, he wasn't the only one who was scared. Half the time I wasn't with him, I was at someone's funeral. The other half, we were dodging bricks in the street from guys who thought we were going to give them AIDS from sharing a toilet seat.
Nobody deserves that.
Not even husband stealers.
Not even husband stealers.
In 1986, I was diagnosed with HIV. They'd only just invented testing, weeks waiting for the results, but...
Was John?
He was too scared ever to test. It wasn't only that face of yours that put him off sleeping with you. We were guinea pigs. They pumped us full of anything to try and stop the plague. We had treatments for the treatments. Our bones got more and more brittle.
If I'd known.
You'd have what? Mop me brow?
I supported him.
You had an affair with the first punter who looked at you.
Yes. Yes, I did. Because I wanted somebody who wanted me. For me.
You want to talk about pain?
I loved him.
Oh, you had him in your bed every night. You woke up next to him every morning. You won, Elaine. You won.
So why did it never feel like it? Because every morning I'd wake up and see him, knowing that their bed is already empty and hoping that one day he would finally find the courage to honour himself and be the man he really wanted to be. And he could have had a life with you. And you would have had someone by your side for all the horrendous things that you went through.
Maybe. It's the chance you've got now. A man to love you in the way you deserve.
And every day I wake up scared my bed's going to be empty again. And he's going to find someone that I can't compete with. And you know what I felt when he died? Other than grief? I felt relief. Because finally he was free. I could be the man he always wanted to be.
I'm not saying he's going to leave you. And I'm not saying he won't. But he's not John. You've got a whole new picnic laid out in front of you. Cherish it. Every minute of it.
Drew said that he's been living with HIV for almost 40 years. He said your granddad didn't get tested, but... Johnny, I deserve to be someone's first choice, don't I?
Of course you do.
I'm too old to make the same mistakes. I've started from scratch once, and I need to use your legal head, please. I want a watertight prenup before marrying George. The prenup. You get it sorted?
Yeah, I checked it out. It's just too close to the wedding day for it to be legally binding. Sorry. Maybe just talk to George. You know, just tell him about last night, why it's making you doubt things.
Excuse me. I asked for your legal advice. That is all.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got something for you, actually. Meaning to give you it for ages. It's a big day. It's peacock blue to mark your name and history. You don't like it?
No, it's beautiful.
Like you. Absolute love of my life. I can't wait to marry you. Go on, try it on. Yeah. What? What is it?
Can we go inside?
Let me see. List of assets. Why?
So I can trust this marriage. I just don't want to make a mistake.
So we're on a mistake now.
I think we should go inside.
So my daughters can hear what you think. I just after your money, because that is what this is about, isn't it?
This is not about money.
Then what is it about?
Trust.
That word again.
Yeah, something I find very difficult to do. To believe anything is real.
What, believe me? You can't trust me.
I'm just trying to explain.
The past. Cindy. Well, it can't be Cindy. It's just one kiss.
Two. Oh, look, I'm just getting all this wrong.
Yeah, maybe I am too, because without trust, we don't have anything, do we?
How's about you plying Ian with drinks last night?
Still my job as the best man.
I mean, that is what I am, isn't it? The best man.
Do not play games with me. Do not mess with my relationship.
Oh, the wedding's a joke, everyone knows it. Soon, you'll realise that too.
I knew something was happening. I knew something was wrong.
Elaine?
I even had to ask George if you were okay.
Me? What is this?
You and Cindy. I know. I heard you talking at the bar.
Whatever you thought you heard.
You think my wedding's a joke, don't you? Do not laugh at me!
I'm not. I'm not.
It's happening again, isn't it? I'm not his first choice. He loves her. George loves Cindy.
No. No.
You're lying. Everyone's lying. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Miss Peacock, would you like to come and celebrate our love?
That's real, right? Trust me. He loves you.
Oh, do come in.
I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Had a few too many drinks, have you?
Marry him. Unless I know that he loves me.
And you chose me for this pre-wedding jitters chat because...
I'm desperate. So, seduce him. Honey trap George. A test.
Are you insane?
Very possibly. But how are we going to find out for sure?